Now that we have made all the necessary changes that we wanted to make within our dataset, such as completed the redaction, decluttered the dataset, did deduplication, applied tagging and status changes, checked on the error reports, assessed the warnings that were associated with the file types, had a view on the Smart View and made necessary changes where we would like. Now we are able to go ahead and download and export this dataset. Now the way we download data, we have various different options in downloading the data. We can download individually, and we can choose to download whether the audit file, which is the file viewed in Smart View, the original file, so this is the file that was inputted into Smartbox, or the redacted file, which would look a lot like this. However, when working with such a large set of data, we would sometimes like to download all of the data. And the way you can do this by heading back into the home page, selecting the box that you would like to download, selecting export, and within the export we have a variety of different options to choose from, which will allow us to download exactly what we want. So we can choose to download all the files, or we can choose to download only some with the tag. Now, for example, we did have some that we highlighted as not relevant. So we could potentially only select the ones that we deemed as not relevant. But in this instance, we are going to go ahead and select all. We could also choose to download the original types, the redacted, or the audited. In this instance, we want the redacted files. We can also choose the format in terms of one PDF or multiple PDFs, similarly to how the box was structured. We are going to select one easy to read PDF. And then we also have further options in terms of removing the folder structure and renaming the files and folders. In this instance, we're going to leave those blank and say collect data. Upon selecting this collecting data, this is now collecting all the data within the box, analyzing that data and inputting that data into one PDF. Once it is all into one PDF, it will begin the export. At the moment, it is just analyzing and processing the data. Depending on the size of the data that we are working with, it can take a number of minutes. In this instance, we are only working with 66 files, so this will only take a few seconds. As you can see, we are already at 80%, and it's only been a few seconds. Once it mentions that the collection has been completed, we can go ahead and select download. Once we select download, we can see that it will download into our solution. As we can see here, we have demo box, and if we open this file into the Finder, we can see that it is opened up into a zip format. If we pull this file into, what we'll do now is that we'll pull this file into the screen. And as you can see here, these are all the files that it has redacted, all into one PDF. It has collated the files in the similar order to that it was inputted in. And as you can see, there are numbers of files in here that have been redacted. Approximately 117 files. And as you can see, the redaction has been clear across the entire dataset, and it has done exactly as requested.